The Tower of Babel, was it a stargate to heaven? Have you ever heard of the Tower of Babel? It's a story tucked into the pages of Genesis, often dismissed as a simple tale about human pride. But what if I told you there's more to it? Far more. What if this wasn't just about a tall building? What if the Tower of Babel was something else entirely, something beyond our understanding? A lost technology? A stargate to the heavens? Yes, you heard that right. Could Nimrod, the ambitious king behind the tower, have possessed knowledge from an ancient, pre-flood civilization? And did God shut it down to prevent something far more dangerous than just human arrogance? Let's dive deep into one of the Bible's greatest mysteries. The account of the Tower of Babel is found in Genesis 11:1-9. It begins in a time when all of humanity spoke a single language and worked together as one people. In their unity, they decided to build a city with a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. But why? What were they really trying to accomplish? Was it just about building something tall? Or was it an attempt to reclaim something lost, perhaps even restore a connection between earth and the spiritual realm? Because, let's be honest, people didn't build ziggurats, pyramids, or temples just because they liked architecture. In the ancient world, these structures always had spiritual significance. They were meant to connect humanity to the gods. Could this be the real reason for the Tower of Babel? And more importantly, why did God stop it? To understand the Tower of Babel, we need to talk about its builder, Nimrod. Nimrod is a fascinating and controversial figure in biblical history. In Genesis 10:8-9, he is described as the first mighty one on earth, a powerful king, a mighty hunter before the Lord. But the Hebrew wording here is unusual. Some scholars suggest that before the Lord could mean he was actually in rebellion against God. Think about it. Why does the Bible go out of its way to highlight Nimrod's strength, power, and influence? Could it be that he was more than just an ordinary ruler? Could he have been a tyrant, seeking to unite humanity under his control, and even challenge God himself? Some theories suggest that Nimrod might have been trying to recreate the knowledge of the pre-flood world, the advanced wisdom that perished with civilizations before Noah's time. The Bible tells us that the days before the flood were filled with corruption and strange beings, giants or Nephilim, who were the offspring of fallen angels and human women, Genesis 6:1-4. Could some of this lost knowledge have survived, and was Nimrod trying to use it? Now, let's talk about the tower itself. Traditional interpretations say it was just a very tall building, but was it? Think about it. Why would God be so concerned about a simple tower? Humanity has built skyscrapers thousands of feet high, and yet God hasn't come down to stop them. But at Babel, he did. In Genesis 11:6, God says, "Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do." Nothing restrained from them? That's a powerful statement. It suggests they were on the verge of something that had to be stopped. Could they have been unlocking a forbidden power? A technology beyond their time, something that could bridge the physical and spiritual worlds. Ancient myths and legends from cultures around the world speak of gateways, portals, and divine stairways to the heavens. The Sumerians, Egyptians, and even Mesoamerican civilizations built grand structures aligned with celestial bodies. Were they all trying to recreate what was lost at Babel? Whatever was happening at Babel, God put an end to it. Not with fire or a flood, but with something even more disruptive: confusion. He scattered the people, dividing their language so they could no longer work together. The once unified world was suddenly fractured, and the tower was abandoned. But why? Was it simply a lesson in humility, or was it an act of divine protection? Perhaps God knew that if humanity unlocked certain knowledge too soon, knowledge that could rival even the supernatural, they would bring about their own destruction. Because, let's be honest, whenever humanity has pursued unchecked power, it hasn't ended well. From the days of Babel to today's world, mankind has always sought to build, to control, to become like gods. But history has shown that without wisdom, power leads to ruin. So, what do you think? Was the Tower of Babel just an ancient skyscraper? Or was it something more, a lost technology, an attempt to reach beyond the physical, a doorway to something forbidden? Could it be that remnants of this knowledge still exist in ancient texts, forgotten ruins, or even within the stories of civilizations long past? One thing is certain: God saw what was happening and took action, and he always does so with purpose. So, was Babel just about a tower, or was it about mankind's never-ending quest to be like God? What are your thoughts? Do you believe the Tower of Babel was just a myth, or do you think there's a hidden truth waiting to be uncovered? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into biblical mysteries. Stay curious, stay seeking, and always remember, history holds many secrets, but the Bible holds the truth.